Day marker, a Haunting in Venice review, guys. Get right to the action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan 680. And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. If you have not already, be sure to like and subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to hit that little bell notification to get notified. All right, guys. Long story short, we haven't been here in quite a while. There's been a kind of delay of movies a little bit because there's films already saw and everything, so we got a little jump start there. But don't worry, we got a lot of videos coming out very, very soon. So we got 2 videos coming out for sure this coming weekend. And yeah, be on the lookout for that along with this one as well, with that being out of the way. But long story short as well, I do want a personal life here, I guess. I did take on a new position at work.
And we just came back from vacation?
Yeah, we just came back from vacation. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. So literally new position at work started right when I came back from vacation. And it's just been a nonstop, working, probably about 10 to 12 hours a day for me. And so it's definitely been that I'm adjusting to, I guess you could say. I have to adjust to the new lifestyle. And so until I get a new kick of things and everything. But yeah, I do want to say thank you guys for subscribing to us because we did gain subscribers here, by the way, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We're at 10,100 right now. So thank y'all so much, guys. Thank you for the subscribers, for the support. And we do appreciate. Comment down below what's the next movie you're going to see. But let's get right to it. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen. All right, with that out of the way, too, this is our review of A Haunting in Venice.
In post-World War II in Venice, Poirot, now retired and living in his own exile, reluctantly attends a séance. But when one of his guests is murdered, it is up to the former detective to once again uncover the killer.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the story there. You know, this film, I got to say, before we get into it, dissect it all, there's one thing that I do want to acknowledge here, and that's the elephant in the room. The marketing was not there.
Yes, that's the one thing that I think will be the downfall of this movie.
Yeah.
This is from what I think, the third movie in this franchise, this character. Mm-hmm. I know we had Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile. Now we have The Haunting in Venice.
Yeah.
For the movies that just keep coming out in this world, you would think it would, be a little bit more oomph of marketing, Yeah. I felt like the first 2 movies were successful. At least the first one. I know there was a little bit more controversy surrounding the second one.
Because of Armie Hammer.
Because of Armie Hammer and stuff like that. But I mean, I still enjoyed it, mainly because of the other cast. I love Gal Gadot. She's great.
Oh, yeah.
But I really enjoyed both of the first 2 films. I really did. So to see a third one come out, same thing. Yeah. Who done it? I'm such a sucker for murder mysteries. Who done it? And also, I think what was really interesting was they added that supernatural twist.
Yeah, something different, something very different here. And that's the thing too, that these, if you are a fan of this franchise, because obviously there's the last 2 films, there's a lot of this guilty pleasure that I just enjoy watching this in this film, and just the whole aspect of who did it, who done it. And there's so much of a mystery, because I love mystery movies. Any type of mystery movies. One of the best mystery films I could think of that really hits that mystery genre into that type. I could think of my brain right as of right now, guys, has got to be Mystic River. One of the great performances there. That was such a mystery that I didn't really guess it all too much. But yeah, this film, it's a very risky film, because there's a lot of risk that I feel like that we did not see in the last 2 films.
Yeah,
and that's the thing too, is that Kenneth Branagh, he has really done a really good job as far as casting goes. Because let's get this straight and forward here, guys. Here's the thing: whenever Kenneth casts, I feel like he casts the certain people to where he already knows what genre he's going for. Even though it's the same genre, technically, he tries to add something different, a different kind of flavor in there. He keeps the same formula, but adds something different, a different plot twist, a different twist. You guessed it. Maybe it's not the right guess. You think it kind of points in a direction where you think it may go, and then it doesn't. Because for me, I thought it was going to be predictable, but I was very surprised. There's a lot of scary moments in here that jumped me. I want to say at least 2 or 3 times here, but
yeah, because I mean, like, to be real, it's pretty much the same premise. There's a murder mystery or murder that happens, and it's basically solving it, right? It's up to him to solve it amongst, pick out the murderer and this group of people. And I know I mentioned the out of theater reaction. Every movie he's done has a great cast. Yeah. And this is no exception. This was a really great cast. A lot of faces you'll recognize.
Oh, yeah.
But I liked, like you say, they added that small twist because it makes you kind of question. And I love movies that make you kind of question, reality in a sense. Yeah. Because he's very strict and stark about being a non-believer. He doesn't believe in the beyond, spirits, any of that.
Or ghosts, in God, really.
Or like a higher being.
But there's a really explanation for this, and it's really good because he really tells the story, long story short, that he's seen so much evil in human beings because he's around murders, he's around death all the time.
And I get where he's coming from.
It's understandable.
It's very logical where he's coming from. So the point of the film is it makes him question a lot of things too, not just solving this new case, but question a lot of like his own personal character and beliefs and stuff. And I liked that a lot. Yeah. That's what set it apart from the first two films, and I really appreciate that character development. We get a little bit more of him with every movie, No,
definitely, and that's the thing too. Ken, he does a fantastic job as directing as well as playing this character
and producing.
Hercule, and producing. I enjoy this. Again, we got Tina Fey in here. We got a good cast.
Oh, she's great.
Michelle Yeoh, she's in here as well.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah, I mean, there's a really good cast, and we got 50 Shades himself in here as well.
I recognize his face. I've never personally seen any of the 50 movies. I'm just kidding. I've never
Jamie Dornan.
Dornan. Yeah. I've never seen it, but I recognize his face. I was like, I know where he's. I know he's somewhere. I've seen him somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
No, that's not my niche. But again, the whole cast was great. I know there was also her name escapes me, but Yellowstone, that actress as well. She was also in this one. Beth, who is funny because I don't really like
Kelly. She played. Yeah, so her name's
I don't really
Kelly,
like her character in Yellowstone, but I loved her in this one.
But see, there's a reason why. With all the dramas happening in Yellowstone, it's a fantastic show, and that's the point. I think you're not supposed to like her at first.
But I feel like also I've read somewhere that if an actor makes you feel so strongly about it that you can't separate the character from the actor, that's darn good acting.
Yeah, it's damn good acting. And just like Joffrey
from Game of Thrones, Ramsay from Game of Thrones, Malfoy from Harry Potter. I feel like if you can't separate the actor from their role,
or Voldemort, Ralph,
Ralph Fiennes, damn good job. So I feel like it's the same for her. She was great in this. All of them are great, but she was exceptionally great. And it was so cool to see how the story unfolded. I was completely wrong about who I thought it was.
Same here. I got to give credit when it's due, guys, and I got to give credit to Jude Hill, who actually plays the son of one of the doctors here, and he did he surprised me on a few levels here, and I was just like, holy smokes.
He was like a little mini me.
Yeah, dude, I mean, he's too smart for his own good, he really is. And fun fact here, guys, so who do we know that likes to work with a lot of the same people? It's one director, one of my favorite directors, of course. It's Christopher Nolan. He likes to work with around the same people. Well, let's just say, Ken, he's real known to work with Christopher Nolan. He is. It's no exception here. They're both English men, British men, and I gotta say here, he's adopting that same formula because that same kid was in the Belfast movie that he got Oscar. Yeah, he won an Oscar for. So. All I'm saying is that that's the thing too with movies, with jobs like us, if the formula works, if your coworkers do a great job and you're like, holy smokes, like I want to see, this is a really great project we did together. Why not work together? Why not do another film project together?
Yeah, especially if like the chemistry's there, y'all work great
the work
together.
Ethic is great. I'm on board for that. Christopher Nolan, everyone who's ever worked with Christopher Nolan has always said he's great to work with. I've never heard one negative thing from any actor, director, writer, anything bad.
It's funny because when I was watching the VMAs, I think they had asked Cardi B about one of her collaborations with a singer, and what she had said was, we trust each other. I trust her vision and she trusts mine, and I feel like the same extends to the film industry. Like they have this vision of what they want, like you say, the direction, and the actors and the director have this mutual understanding, and that's what makes great film, like when you work on that same level.
And there's definitely moments in here where like the director might not even have to say anything, and the actor's like, no, wait, I got to redo this. We got to redo this because of the fact that they both are on the same page. And I love that so much. And we've seen that a lot in interviews with actors and directors. We're like, oh, I didn't even have to tell me. He already knew. Like, I already, like, it was already done. It was already a mindset. I think it was I was trying to remember the film, but it was that one comedy film where like, oh, I have to redo it again. Oh my God, it's losing my mind. I'm losing my mind.
Escapes us.
Yeah, it escapes us. but yeah, there's definitely films where that does happen. It happens a lot more so, and I love that because it really Randall Park. That's what it was. It was a Randall Park burning. It was burning shortcomings. That's what it was. Yes. Remember, I saw an interview of him, and Randall Park was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't even have to tell him nothing." Because he was directing. It was his first time directing this film. And
which is a pretty
really good. If you haven't seen Shortcomings, I suggest you check that out as well right after watching a Haunting in Venice. But going back into this film, I love that chemistry, I love that charisma, and I saw it a lot in this one too. I felt that this film was very well directed. I enjoyed it. There's definitely moments in here that spooked me. There's definitely moments in here that really captivated me on certain levels of that genre, right? Of that genre. But if you are not a fan, I gotta say, because I always have to say that because Ryan, Angela, you guys are just crazy saying this is a good film. But if I've always have to explain myself from the point of view that I'm coming from, if you are a fan of A Murder on Orient Express, you like mystery movies, you are gonna enjoy this film. But if you are not a fan of, and there's some action here, but there's not a lot.
No, it's a lot of dialogue.
It's a lot of action dialogue that I like to say.
It's a lot of, you have to pay attention.
Yes.
Small details matter in the end. Yes. And like for me, there are films where I can watch while I work, have it in the background, miss some of it, and I can still understand it. These are not these types of films. If you miss a small detail, it ties into the end. Yeah. So definitely. If you don't like films like that, it may seem a little tedious. It may seem like a lot of these mundane details may not matter, but they do. They do.
Yes, definitely, guys. So, I mean, I do recommend this film if you are a fan of that genre, if you're a fan of that mystery. So, I do recommend this. This runtime can be an hour and 43 minutes.
Perfect.
I got to say, that's a good runtime. I feel like that the way these films have been going out and everything, I really did. We go back to where, Murder on Orient Express, that film was an almost 2-hour long movie. But I got to say, that cast was a lot stronger than this one.
Obviously with any franchise, most of the time the first one's going to be the more strong one. Again, I agree with you. A lot of the cast in that one was star-studded. But it has since been with its own set of new characters, new actors. Still a great cast, but I think
the first cast was like Willem Dafoe, Penelope Cruz,
Daisy Ridley.
It was just nonstop.
I think that was like one of the few films after she did Force Awakens.
I think so too. Yeah, it was. I think it was in between. I think you're right. I think it was right after, Force Awakens, because I remember watching it after the fact.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah. So,
so I think again,
Johnny Depp was in there too. Sorry.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. I love Johnny Depp. You have to like this type of film to appreciate it. It's not going to be for everyone. That's okay. It's okay. But if you if you like the whodunit, you like the details, a lot of, like you say, action dialogue, you're pretty gonna you're gonna find this is pretty enjoyable.
Definitely. As coming about from that, as this fun, we deserve to say yes. I enjoyed this film. This film was very entertaining, very different. But again, it may not be your cup of tea. It may not be your style of movies. But then that's the background. That's the point of view we're coming at. Rating 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. I'm gonna have to give this a solid 7. Give a solid 7 out of 10, guys. 10 being positive, 1 being the worst. I'm gonna give it a solid 7. I enjoyed the spookiness in here. I enjoyed a different take here, I would say, because it wasn't gonna. That's the thing too. These films haven't been. They are the same, but in a way to where they're not the same. They always have a different energy that comes in and really changes it up a bit.
Different location, different cast, different case.
Different circumstances. There you go. Different circumstances, different situations that occur that you kind of don't expect, and this one I was trying to predict it, but there were so many things where like I can't. It's hard.
I don't think I've ever accurately predicted who did it. I don't think I've ever gotten it wrong.
Or just more so when the death's gonna happen, right? Because obviously there's a murder. There's a murder somehow. So
there's like at least like 2 murders.
Trying to predict with the timing, and I'm all like, crap. I always get it wrong. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've gotten it right. And if there's other movies come out, I don't think I'll get it right. And that's good. That's good. I like that. Yeah. It keeps us on toes. I give it a 7.5 because it was pretty well done. Like I said, I love the supernatural element. Makes you question reality. Love that. And I think the cast did stellar.
Yeah. Definitely here, guys. All right, we do recommend this movie, guys, even a little bit of average rating here. We do recommend this movie be sure to check this out at a theater near you, coming out this coming weekend. So thank you so much, guys. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Do not forget, be sure to like, share, subscribe to us. Thank you so much for our subscribers, and thank you for making us a part of your day. Have a good one, guys. Question is for you. Did you enjoy this movie, or are you kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to go see it, Ryan? It looks boring. That's fine with us. Put comments down below. Tell us why, guys. And thank you once again. Have a good one. Stay safe, Antonio. Peace.